And now this Hangout is live. Hello and welcome. This is Thomas, and I have a special guest with me today from Germany. Is Bastian, and this will be the first live on-air hangout on the ET Let's Talk Global Contact Days. First of all, I would like to hear if anybody wants to join us, and we will just spend a minute or two inviting people. You should be able to join us if you add us to your add us to your circles. I'm gonna share with some people now. We'll also share this public. You should be able to join if you go to our Google Plus page. So let's see if anybody's there. I will just check our Facebook as well. Hang on a second. Bastian, you can feel free to talk if you want to.
Yeah, hello everybody. So my name is Bastian from Germany, and I know Thomas since 2012. Is it right? 13, yeah. So I meet Thomas on the ET Contact community page, and I invite myself to come to Denmark, and we had a very nice CE-5 experience. And yeah, I'm also a little musician. I do some hang drum music, guitar. It's all for the chill out. And yeah, we will see. Let's talk a little bit about CE-5 and the contract protocols. I think Thomas will say about this a little bit more right now.
Yes, but first I want to tell if I will share my screen here and tell everybody who's watching or would like to be a part. Next time, hopefully, we will do this every month. Everybody should be able to see my screen now. We have YouTube. There's a YouTube button in the Hangout in the left, and in this there's a YouTube player, and I made a playlist for the show tonight. We will do that every night, and I think we will simply let customer press from. I have a small clip from the Serious movie to tell about what this is all about and how many people are actually doing this, and also a bit about ET Let's Talk. And I will play that first, and I hope that everybody can see and listen.
Governments, we've discovered, have not gone far enough. So we've decided that as people, using the CE-5 protocols, form our own movement and do what governments have not been doing. We think of this as the People's Disclosure Movement.
And so we feel it's important to create an effort that's a global effort, which this has become.
My name is Mark Benz, and this is Rex, and we're in Bodega, California, and we're doing CE-5.
My name is Jeff Bird, and here in Winchester, Virginia, USA, we are doing CE-5.
My name is Peggy Brewster, and here in Middleton, United States of America, we are doing CE-5.
We have 1,150 teams of CE-5 ambassadors, which are spread over 52 countries.
My name is Andre, and here in Sweden, we are doing CE-5.
Und wir machen zusammen CE-5 in Deutschland.
Here in Burlington, Ontario.
Brisbane, Australia.
From Chester, Virginia.
In Hamilton, Ohio.
We are doing the CE-5.
Konnichiwa. Moje ime Daniel.
Daniel tu na Slovensku.
Este es Leo Ortiz.
And here in Vancouver, British Columbia.
CE-5.
The CE-5 contacts to us.
CE-5.
And I'm back. I hope that was a bit informative. Via the ET Let's Talk community, we are organizing global contact events like this, and this is the first we will do on air. And I would like to talk a bit about the protocols and how should I say how to prepare for this. The goal of this is to make a peaceful and how should I say, caring and comfort and compassionate contact with extraterrestrial intelligence and beings who are there and would like to assist us in developing. The way most people do this is through meditation type techniques and visualization. And if you are completely new to this, I would like to try and how should I say, explain how I do it and how you can train and work on these techniques and use them for making contact. If you go to the Google Plus page where we're at, or if you go to ET Let's Talk, there's 7 simple instructions on how to do this. It's very much about feeling relaxed and being at peace. So you need a good place. And yes, I guess maybe we should just start moving. Usually I have a lot of different playlists I use for this. People can do this in whatever way that they feel is right. I usually start by listening and using a 15-minute chakra tuning meditation balancing guide. And during the meditation, it goes through the 7 chakras. This is where people use affirmations or other things. I use a form of visualization, and I have also started using some movements. I will explain what I'm doing, and slowly try to explain as we go through the different chakras, the importance it has for people with regards to this. So I don't know, Bastian, do you want to add anything? You can just you can jump in any time. He's not really close.
I'm here. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. That's fine.
Nothing to add right now.
No, I think we just. I think we should just. I will just do this, and let's see how it goes. I will share the screen again and start the YouTube. So. first chakra is the root chakra, and this is connected to your basic instincts, survival, and this is the time for affirmations to be feeling at peace, feeling protected, and feeling secure. Next chakra is called the Chakra. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. This has to do with reproduction, sexuality, and affirmations would be you're beautiful, strong, positive. The next chakra, then the next chakra is Manipura or solar plexus. This is I feel empowered. I feel successful. next chakra is the heart chakra, the anahata. This is a very important part of the contact process of protocol, and I use some movements. I'll explain afterwards why this is helps me to visualize the sun, and for me that's very important. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra, Shuddha, and this has to do with communication, being clear and true. Next chakra is your Anja, or Cross chakra, also known as the third eye. This has to do with intuition. Affirmations would be enlightenment, sorry, wisdom, deeper meaning of connections to life. this is the crown chakra, and the affirmations would be enlightenment, oneness, and I will do the motions. Again, visualizing the sun. I will explain afterwards. We'll stop that for now. I hope everybody could hear what I was saying. Sorry, I forgot to push the mic in the end. So, Bastian. Heart to heart.
I'm back again. I was in meditating trance.
Okay. Well, this is just one way of doing this. The reason this is a good way of trying to connect to the different levels inside, in a way I could say, and also get in the right mood. And the reason I was talking about the importance of the heart chakra, and why I choose to visualize the sun has to do with the connection is actually not made so much mind to mind as heart to heart. The heart chakra and the heart is centered in your body, and it has a big magnetic field around it as well. And in the same way, the sun is at the center of our solar system. And when you try to do a visualization, and people call this vectoring in the spacecraft, I think it's more vectoring out your consciousness. It is useful to connect, use the heart chakra to connect with the sun, which is kind of the heart of the solar system, and because that's oops, sorry. Oh, we had a telephone. But that's a general idea behind the visualization I do, is connect heart to heart, and this is also the kind of one of the core principles behind the ET Let's Talk protocols, or use this, connect with the group heart to heart, visualize a glowing sphere of light, connect to that, and that's why I in my visualization it has to do with the sun, because that's the easiest way. The earth is a speck, the sun is the heart, so it has to do with that. You can comment anytime, Bastian. But I think that's I will leave that for today. There will be hangouts where, if you have questions, you can of course ask me. So this visualization and trying to visualize and send images. Where are you located? Not just on where you sit. That's where you should end. But the universe is huge, so you have to, if you can try and project clear images and or feelings or thoughts of where you are, the chances are that will increase the chances of having contact. And if anybody is doing this and so forth, I would recommend when we finish in half an hour or so, they go outside and look up and see if anything's going on.
So here I am back.
Yes? Okay.
So there was a little breakdown by me, but it's okay right now.
That's cool. That's okay. I think we will leave the meditation part to Alan Watts. This is.
Let me say one thing to the visualization thing. Use your own and best visualization. What do you want?
Yes.
So my attempt is to. So I have this a beam. I create a beam of light out of my body when I meditate. You know. So this is my visualization. It's like a fire, a flare, for them to see us.
Oh yes, very much, very much.
This is, use your own imagination, visualization, and your own creativity to create these heart-to-heart connection.
Yes, and very much true about the light. You know, the bright light. You know, it's a bright shining light. Shine it out, and connect heart to heart. You know, connect it to the sun. Connect to everybody. Imagine like a circle of light running through everybody, and everybody sending perhaps a beam of light from the heart to a sphere. In the center of the circle, from that sphere, a beacon of consciousness and you know, like a welcome call. We are here.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So, and also how get a lot of questions on how should I meditate, should I do this, should I do that, how to do it. I found that using it, maybe not always just try to do CE-5 contact meditation, but practice the principles of meditation itself. And Alan Watts can explain that much better than me. It is actually not that hard. So you go to the next video and talk a bit afterwards.
Nope.
And the video should be going now. I will share the screen.
Well, now, the easiest way to get into the meditative state is to begin by listening. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. And let them go. In other words, you could put it, let your ears hear whatever they want to hear. Don't judge the sounds. There are no, as it were, proper sounds or improper sounds, and it doesn't matter if somebody coughs or sneezes or drops something. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, I want you to listen to the sound of my voice just as if it were noise. Don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. Just listen to the sound. As you pursue that experiment, you will very naturally find that you can't help naming sounds, identifying them, that you will go on thinking, that is to say, talking to yourself inside your head automatically. But it's important that you don't try to repress those thoughts by forcing them out of your mind, because that will have precisely the same effect as if you were trying to smooth rough water with a flat iron. You're just going to disturb it all the more. What you do is this. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. Now, in this process, another thing that is happening that is very important is that you're breathing. And as you start meditation, you allow your breath to run just as it wills. In other words, don't do at first any breathing exercise, but just watch your breath breathing the way it wants to breathe. And notice a curious thing about this. You say in the ordinary way, I breathe, because you feel that breathing is something that you are doing voluntarily, just in the same way as you might be walking or talking. But you will also notice that when you are not thinking about breathing, your breathing goes on just the same. So the curious thing about breath is that it can be looked at both as a voluntary and an involuntary action. You can feel on the one hand, I am doing it, and on the other hand, it is happening to me. And that is why breathing is a most important part of meditation, because it is going to show you, as you become aware of your breath, that the hard and fast division that we make between what we do on the one hand and what happens to us on the other is arbitrary. So that as you watch your breathing, you will become aware that both the voluntary and the involuntary aspects of your experience are all one happening. Now that may at first seem a little scary, because you may think, well, am I just the puppet of a happening, the mere passive witness of something that's going on completely beyond my control? Or on the other hand, am I really doing everything that's going along? Well, if I were, I should be God. And that would be very embarrassing, because I would be in charge of everything. That would be a terribly responsible position. The truth of the matter, as you will see it, is that both things are true. You can see it that everything is happening to you, and on the other hand, you're doing everything. For example, it's your eyes that are turning the sun into light. It's the nerve ends in your skin that are turning electric vibrations in the air into heat and temperature. It's your eardrums that are turning vibrations in the air into sound, and in that way you are creating the world. But when we're not talking about it, when we're not philosophizing about it, then there is just this happening, this, and we won't give it a name. Now then, when you breathe for a while, just letting it happen, and not forcing it in any way, you will discover a curious thing, that without making any effort, you can breathe more and more deeply. In other words, supposing you simply are breathing out, and breathing out is important because it's the breath of relaxation, as when we say, whew, and heave a sigh of relief. So when you are breathing out, you get the sensation that your breath is falling out. Dropping, dropping, dropping out with the same sort of feeling you have as if you were settling down into an extremely comfortable bed. And you just get as heavy as possible and let yourself go. And you let your breath go out in just that way. And when it's thoroughly, comfortably out and it feels like coming back again, you don't pull it back in, you let it fall back in, letting your lungs expand, 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 until they feel very comfortably full. And you wait a moment and let it stay there, and then once again you let it fall out. And so in this way you will discover that your breath gets quite naturally easier and easier, and slower and slower, and more powerful. So that with these various aids, listening to sound, listening to your own interior feelings and thoughts, just as if they were something going on, not something you're doing, but just happenings, and watching your breath as a happening that is neither voluntary nor involuntary. You are simply aware of these basic sensations. Then you begin to be in the state of meditation. But don't hurry anything. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about what progress you're making. Just be entirely content to be aware of what is. Don't be terribly selective, particular, say, I should think of this and not of that. Just watch whatever is happening.
pretty annoying. But that won't be a problem because I will edit this show, or whatever we call the Sky Show, when it's done, and I will put the right music and the right sound and everything. So that should not be such a huge problem. Are you here, Bastian? Are you still here?
I'm still here.
And you can of course hear the YouTube video. That's yeah.
Yeah, that was it was a very, very nice guided meditation. Really good, Alan Watts. I love this guy.
Yes, and it's also very, how should I put, not so. It's without so much symbolism. So it's really simple. You can translate it into whatever religion or belief you might
right.
belong to.
Listen to his words. He described it so easy. It is also the way I start to meditating. Listen, only listen, and
yes.
It's not about only listen to your inner voice. So it all goes to this one direction. First, you listen to everything else around you. You only listen to the sound, and then you go within you and listen to your own sound. You can say your own vibration or whatever you would call it.
Yes, and you go deeper and deeper, and somehow you end up watching yourself.
It's like a starship in the heavens.
Yes, you become the thought, or how should I say? So, but also I often try to describe the process, like if you imagine you are being a drop of water falling from the sky, and you hit the ground, and you become a small trickle, and you become a small creek, then you become a river, and then you become the ocean. And you are not just a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean. You are the deep sea pressure and top of the waves. You are the ocean. and then the how should I say? This is how to connect, because this is also the connection you make inside. This is the connection you make outwards, and when you combine this with like with the chakra tuning and these visualizations, I'm here, all the stuff we talked about with the light, beaming the light out. That is the basic principles on how to do this.
And it's so, if you hear that and see that, it's so easy. A person who is not in this meditating stuff will say, "Oh right, yeah, it sounds so nice and calm, and but I can't quiet my mind." It's like mastering. It's like teaching yourself. It does not work on the first one or on the second one, but it's self-teaching. You need to do it once a day, 15 minutes. It's enough, and then more. From after 1 week, try half an hour, and so on. So this is a big part of it. You must master yourself.
Yes, and like stop your thoughts.
Yes.
People tend to think all the time very much, and we are actually kind of almost addicted to thoughts. But a really good reality check, I would say, get in touch with the real world is if you are able to stop your thoughts and just be.
Right.
So that's a good feeling.
And don't think, people out there, don't think it will work all the day. So life, we all know life is like a wave. It goes up and down, and the mastering is to come back to these quiet moments, to these meditating moments.
Yes.
You will ever have thoughts. That's our beings. We need these thoughts. Yes. So, but we also, what we not have in our society, in our Western society, are these quiet moments. So we are constantly, media, television, cars, music. We need this external sounds and visual things. But when we also need these quiet moments, we need to learn it new. In older times, they do it all the time. They don't have television and they don't have these things. They sit around a fire and the shaman is telling them a story about the ghosts and the spirits and the gods from the heavens. And we need to learn it new. This is an exciting moment in our history. After the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, we are coming back to these archaic, archaic teachings that all the generations of humans have in their beings. That's awesome.
Yes. So, I was told just and I discovered that a lot of the sound has not been coming through with the live broadcast. So that's a bit of a shame. But at the same time that we've been on for almost an hour now, I think we're gonna round this first round up, and I will edit the video and post it. So we get hopefully we get most of the right audio on there, and we will definitely do this again. First, and stay tuned. I would like to have let's chat a bit afterwards.
Yep, I'm here.
And once again, I would like to say that you can join the ET Let's Talk community. You don't have to be on the website if you don't want to. You can just join the mailing list. There will be plenty of info in the video, and there's also on the posts. And so I will say goodbye and thank you for now. And if anybody has any questions or anything, we will do a follow-up on this. And I'm also thinking maybe tomorrow I will open up a hangout as well. And if people from the ET Let's Talk community wants to share whatever experiences they've had today, that would be nice. And also I would like to say, everybody who's listening, go outside, look up, open your heart, and feel at peace and comfortable and enjoy this exciting time we are going through. So, want to say goodbye, Bastian, as well?
Yeah. Thank you very much for listening to me. I don't have a video.
Remember me good. Really nice that you took your time to be with us, Bastian. You know how much I appreciate your input and your friendship. So
yeah. Yes. All together, have a nice evening or day. I don't know where you are looking right now. So, but one thing, as Thomas said, be quiet, listen to your heart, and to try to don't take yourself so do you know Ernst? Thomas?
Don't take yourself too seriously.
Seriously, yes.
Don't feel too important.
Right.
And be good.
Good night.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.